Hello.
Hello.
Excuse me. Would you mind if we clean your office?
Pardon me?
Would you mind if we clean your office?
Yeah, you can clean it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
It's not my office, it's just a place.
Okay.
Okay. I have gone live. I started my live at 6:15. I pressed the button, but I thought it didn't win, and here I am. So ah so I just thought I would come on for just a few minutes. I'm just gonna come on for a few minutes because the live I did the live, but I didn't press the right button. And so the live went on Instagram, but it didn't go on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So, anyways, hey everybody, it's your girl Charlotte here at Conscious Gear, and I'm just gonna do a really quick live. I'm not expecting anybody to show up, but I thought I would just come on and talk a little bit about what's happening. So happy Wednesday, beautiful people. Thank you for watching this. Thank you for getting to know us here at Conscious Gear. I'm going and notice the cleaning people are back there. Hey, it's all good to me. I don't care. It takes a village, honey. It takes a village. So, anyways, I just want to let you guys know that I'm super excited. I'm still doing a quarter buck campaign. Um, Things are going slow, but I have a plan, and I'm confident that I'm going to raise this $1 million by hook or crook, somehow, some way. So I'm super excited about that. Um, yeah, and I'm okay with the slow start. I'm all right with that. I don't need a whole bunch of fanfare. And I know all the crowdfunding specialists are probably saying, "Oh, she'll never raise $1 million," but just check with me on April 16th. That's all I got to say about that. Anyways, so thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching this. So besides the crowdfunding campaign, um, I am preparing for the Boston Run Show, which I probably should put up a slide about. Um, but I didn't make one. I have this Ask Me Anything slide, which no one is here, so no one can ask me any questions. But anyways, so I'm really preparing for the Boston Run Show. It's called the Run Show USA. It's in Boston. It's in cities all over the world, including including Europe and other places. But yeah, I'll be at the one in Boston. It'll be February 4th through the 5th, and we have a booth, and I'm super excited. I just got a notice today that our booth needed a little bit of adjustment, but that's cool. But we're still in the same location, G50. If you're looking for our booth at the Run Show in Boston, it's G50, and we'll be there all day Saturday, February 4th, and all day Sunday, February 5th. I'll be doing a lot of lives. I'll give you guys a sneak peek of what's going on at the Run Show, give you a little access to what happens at a run show because this will be my first time doing a run show as well. um, Gotta love being in the maker space. You know what I mean? Because like it's just open space, so stuff happens. Um, and also like I'm gonna be doing a lot of giveaways as well as allowing people to try on the new hydration vest, and then I'm hoping to possibly interview a few folks, speakers who will be at the event. Hoping I can connect with Renovator. She's supposed to be there, and then also maybe some folks from Black Girls Run, as well as other people. I know Sally McCray she was a speaker on it. Was one of the speakers. I'm not sure if she's going to be there or not. I didn't see her name recently, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just didn't see it. And so lots of trail running people, lots of running people, ultra running people. And so if I can connect with them, have them come to my booth, that'd be cool too. Do a little bit of interviewing, get to know them as well, so they understand about the brand. And then, hey, Miss Crystal, girl, can I tell you what happened was I was trying to, I had did the live on Instagram. Well, the live took to Instagram, but it didn't take to Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube. So once I figured out what was happening, I just decided to just come on and talk for a few minutes and talk about the outdoors. Hey, hey, Sophia. So thank you guys for for coming by. love being outdoors. Yes, I think we are naturally, as humans, like to be outdoors. I think that is just who we are. Um, and I think that probably being in buildings is probably not the best thing for us because I think you know, it's not our nature to want to be indoors. And so I was just talking about the fact that I am going to the Boston Run Show, and I'm super excited about that. Um, so yeah, let's see. Let me see oh, okay, I don't know. This technology is getting on my nerves now. Oh, so one of the things I was doing is to ask me anything. When it worked on Instagram, um, it was easier for it to work. It actually worked. But anyways, all right. So what else do y'all want to know? What do you guys want to know? Got any questions? I know you guys are calling from the the Phoenix area. So Phoenix is in the house. On the first part of my live that actually went to um, Instagram, there was somebody from California and Utah. So that was exciting. Different people from across the country. Let's see. So what y'all doing this evening? What's going on? Y'all just sitting around chilling at home? What's happening? Oops. Oh. Okay, so I'm learning how to do these things on the LinkedIn or the StreamYard thingy. Okay, so a couple things I wanted to say is one of the questions that was asked earlier that I thought I would answer is um, what early experiences in your childhood impacted your love of the outdoors? And I think, well, first of all, yes, Sophia, get to work making those products so we can take them to the Boston Run Show. Um, one of the things I think as a kid, my mother used to take us down south every year. So, and then she lived in a small town outside of Memphis called Brownsville. And then like there was Brownsville, the city proper where my grandmother lived, but then out even more in the country, um, there was where my big daddy and my big mama lived, my great grandparents. And that's where we spent most of our time. And so they had a lot of land and they had, hogs and cows and pigs and chickens and hens and dogs and cats and horses and a big old garden. So we just always spent all of our time like outdoors. We would come from the north, come down south, and then we just hang out all day outside. We used to come back home like super tan because we would spend so much time outdoors down south. And then also, I was just telling somebody like one of my favorite things about being down south every summer was my big mama had a swing on her porch, and I loved that porch swing. It was like heaven. And we used to always just fight over it, right? Because only so many people could sit on it. But when I got my chance, man, I used to love sitting on the porch swing. Um, so I think going down south and just being kind of not necessarily forced, but encouraged to be outdoors was one of the ways in which I think the outdoors became something that I really enjoyed, and it just became very natural to me. The other thing is, I lived in Ann Arbor, Michigan, as many of you know, which is a very liberal hippie town. It was predominantly white, but we were middle class, and so therefore, I know that I always had access to outdoor activities, even at school. Like even school activities were outdoor activities. We would go up north, we would go to sand dunes, we would go do water things in the water. I mean, it was always something more outdoor related. Possibly because we had rough winters, so by the time the spring and summer and fall came around, there was just really opportunity to get outdoors and do something else. I think it was just the culture of Ann Arbor, culture of the white people there. Also, you would go up north, and so if you went up north to the cabins or whatever, you did outdoor things like camping and hiking and boating and sailing and all that kind of stuff. So I think it was just it was really a part of the culture. So that's why I think that I just kind of grew up, you know, like for instance, like in the wintertime though, I would go skiing. I was one of those black people who went skiing and ice skate. And then, like, when I would go to Detroit or other places where there was a lot of black people, they would know how to roller skate, but I didn't even know how to roller skate because all I knew how to do was ice skate because in Ann Arbor, that's what you did on a Friday night. You went ice skating. So just really having exposure to a lot of different things that made me love the outdoors and just more comfortable with outdoors. And then also I was Girl Scout. Last thing I was Girl Scout. I was a super Girl Scout. I was Girl Scout from the time I was Brownies to the time I was in junior high school. If I could have been a Girl Scout when I was in high school, I would have, but I could not. And I love Girl Scouts because we go camping, hiking. We just do so many fun things outdoors and Girl Scouts. So I just feel like for me, my whole childhood was about different experiences of being outdoors. And honestly, I really loved it. I'm sad that you guys missed the earlier. God, I can't believe. I don't know this technology. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I am gonna hire somebody to handle doing this for me because this is the second time I've had an issue with this. So next time I'll make sure I do that. So yeah, that's some of the things that I think that was my childhood. That's the impact of my childhood on my love of the outdoors. Just being in Girl Scouts, going down south, and then living in a town where people really, thrived on being outdoors. Ann Arbor also has a huge art fair in the summer and had lots of different fairs. And so just walking around outdoors and being outdoors and doing outdoor stuff was just a part of life um, for me. And another question somebody had was, what's my favorite thing to do? Um, I I love any and everything outdoors. However, I would say my top two, and they're neck and neck. I'm sorry, I don't have one. I have two. Anything next to the ocean. I love being next to the ocean, um, or being in the water, doing anything in the water or being next to the ocean. That's my jam. Yeah, I think it's because I'm Aquarius, but also because I just love it. And then also I love, like, when I'm doing trail running, I love being out on the trails that are wooded and then have tree canopies. So a lot of times when you do a trail race, sometimes you'll start or end. Part of the trail is in like wooded area, and then part of it's just out and open, sun beaming down on you. I prefer the kind of wooded areas of a trail, like, because I like all the vegetation, the trees, and everything about being in that space. Um, it just always feels good. I feel like I'm being held, or I'm protected, and so I think being on the trails, and I also feel like on the trails it could be very spiritual because I feel like that's when I really connect to God and I really understand more of who I am. So yeah, I think my favorite things are definitely being by the water, listening to the ocean, because I believe that the ocean speaks to us. And so I want to listen, but then also I feel like being in the deep woods is good. And I think the higher the elevation, I think I like the woods when it's at higher elevations because I feel like I'm closer to God, maybe. I don't know. So as I was saying, going to the Boston Run show. I'm super excited about a couple of things. First of all, is the guy they just emailed us today, giving us stats about the fact that they think they're going to have like over 20,000 people come through the Run show. So there's a lot of potential for me to really have some exposure for the brand. I think it's super cool that I get to go to the Run show, and although I have my little booth, um, there's all the big brands are going to be there, like Hoka and Ultra and Saucony and Nike and all those big brands. Like, even though they're huge and big, me as my small brand, I get to be right next door to them at the Run show, and so I'm super excited about that. I like that I get to be the small brand. I get to be, the David amongst the big Goliaths. So I'm super excited about that. I'm not worried about just being the only one there or being a small brand. I think we got a big message that we need to deliver. And so we may be a small brand, but we bring a lot of might. So I'm super excited about that. I'm also super excited about the fact that I am also going to be featuring. Um, I'm gonna be doing some giveaways at my booth, and I get to feature my local entrepreneurs' products. So Sophia is going to be providing me with some products. We're going to do some soaps and some lip balms. I think those are going to go super well. People are going to love that. I think people are going to just love the fact that it's made out of all natural materials, and this is, and then that for runners, they're probably always looking for something that's more natural as opposed to all that, I don't know, processed stuff that you buy in the stores that has all kind of chemicals in it. So I'm super excited about bringing exposure to her brand. And then also I'm going to be taking some vintage oats there as well, and giving those out. And so just really kind of, I like this opportunity to be able to collectively, like to go to an event as Conscious Gear, but to be able to promote other brands at the same time. Because I believe in the ecosystem of entrepreneurship, and I also believe that we all can win, right? Like I don't, right? We all can get these coins. There's plenty to go around, and I think also maybe that'll be a model for me going forward, to not always feel like, oh, I'm just going as Conscious Gear, but that I go as a collection of brands and really elevate the voices of other different types of brands as well, because I think that like people do need soap, right? People love oats as a snack when they go on their runs. And so, that it makes sense, it perfect sense, and also allows to have different kind of conversations as well as elevate the other brands to new customers. And that way we don't have to be everywhere all the time, right? Because it's hard to do that. Hey, it's my pleasure, Sophia, to share with the world the amazing work that you do. So you don't have to thank me, thank God. And and I'm excited about this. I just, so funny. I was, talking to Sophia today, and then it just triggered me. Like I should have just asked like maybe 5 or 10 other brands too, to like, I could have bought some stuff from them and brought it to the event. But I am doing another run show in Chicago in June, so maybe I could do more with kind of brand collaborations at that event, and just allow that to be a part of my brand story, because I really do firmly believe that there is more than enough to go around, and that I really do want us all to win. So yes, 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 yes. Oh yes. Oh, Sophia. Yeah, I'm always jealous of you on that 26 acres in Texas. I'm like, I need to talk to her about that. Or collaborate or do something. And if you got 26 acres, I might could do an ultra race on that. We have to talk. So yeah, I'm excited about going to the Boston Run Show. I'm also bringing my intern, and so she's bringing her camera, and so we're going to do lots of lives. So I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek behind what goes on at these expos. I'm hoping that I'll be able to connect with some of these speakers, kind of big name folks, and then share that with my audiences. And so I'm excited. It's gonna be pretty amazing. It's gonna be really, really amazing. I'm excited. I shipped off all my stuff, so I hope it arrives. It's gonna arrive. Because when you do those expos, you gotta send your stuff way in advance, and it just sits in a warehouse until they take it to the convention center, and then they, what they end up doing is they set it up for you. Yeah, it costs money, but I do like the fact that you ship it there, they take it to the convention center, they get you set up. They take away all the empty boxes, keep it and store them, whatever they're gonna do, and then when you're done, they come back, you pack it up, they take it, and then they send it back to you. So it's kind of a little high maintenance. It costs, but I love the ease of that. That I don't feel like, because I was like, oh, I'm gonna carry all this stuff on the plane. I don't have to. So I'm excited, but I'm also just excited about being to go with like I said, my intern who's like really trying to get more into videography and photography. And so, honey, I'm gonna let her do her thing. And it's gonna be great because we're gonna have a lot of footage, a lot of images, a lot of stuff that we'll be able to share on social media. So I'm super excited about that. And then also just kind of like not having to be alone. Although I did have an arrangement with a friend who works at Harvard who's going to have some students come and help me. But I like that I get to bring somebody I know as opposed to trying to kind of train somebody new about the brand. And then it's like you're just strangers. I mean, I'm cool with strangers and stuff like that, but you know, it's just interesting when you do it that way. So yeah, I said, like I said, I was only meant to jump back on here for a moment because the first take did take on Instagram, but I'm looking here and it did take on Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube. And so I said I was just come back and at least do a few minutes here, talk a little bit about. I really didn't even mean to stay on this long, but I'm glad you guys are here, and I'm glad I was able to share this with you. And then also for me to have some footage available on these platforms for others to partake in. So yeah, I'm excited about going to the Boston Run Show. As always, I'm doing my quarter buck campaign. I say this once, I say this twice, I say it 3 times. Yes, we are off to a slow start, but I do have a plan. And I claim that I am going to raise $1 million by April 16th by hook or crook. And so I'm excited about that. And yeah, it's just, you know, like right now I'm like, ooh, like, how you gonna do that? But I'm confident it'll happen. And so I just wanted to also say, let's see here. I just wanted to, hold on, how do I do this? Oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. All right. So I just wanted to say this for those that will come by and watch this video that, you know, I am doing this because I'm raising $1 million. The second thing is that I'm really about amplifying the need for more size inclusivity in outdoor gear and activewear. And I know people kind of subconsciously know that, consciously know that, but I remind people that we still have this issue. There are still a lot of gaps in the market. So I'm really about elevating this conversation. And then secondly, it's only $25. I'm at the point now where, look, you pay whatever you can, and or pay what you want to contribute. Because for me, it's about the numbers. Again, I need to prove to the outdoor industry, I need to prove to venture capitalists that people care about this issue, and that I need numbers in order to do that. And so that's why, you know, I tried to make that price point small, so that any and everybody can be a part of this. And then also, more importantly, that I believe that it takes a village to raise a business. And so therefore, when you make your contribution, you become a founding villager. People have to understand that I'm going to be depending on you as a founding villager to help me raise this business. I can't do this alone. I refuse to do it alone. And I need you. And I want to build a brand that its foundation is built on community. Because I believe, it may be a theory, but I believe that is the path towards success, prosperity, and longevity for my business. And then also just let people know, like, when you make a contribution, you're supporting a small, Black, queer, nappy-headed owner who's out here in these streets trying to hustle, get her grind on, and do something great in the world. I know that what I'm doing is going to have a positive impact on the world, for people who would normally allow the lack of outerwear and outdoor gear. They will allow it to be a barrier to them being in the outdoors. I'm going to dismantle that, and as well as not make sure that they don't have to encounter that barrier, that when they want to be in outdoors, that they can get all the gear and activewear that they need. So I want to thank you guys for joining me today. I appreciate you. I love you. Those of you online, I do love y'all. So, and I love most people in general. So I'm gonna get on out of here because this is the second time I'm doing this, but it's all good. For the love of the people, I will do it 3 times if I had to. So thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. If you have any comments or if you have any ideas or if you want to collab or whatever the case may be, I am here. So, all right, let me put this back here. Oh, here we go. All right. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you for joining me. Take good care of yourself. And I'll see you on Sunday. Sunday, I'm doing another live. I'm just going to keep doing these until. I know I've been bad about being out in these social media streets, but I'm in them now. So watch out. I am here and I'm here to stay. So I am super excited about the future of size inclusivity in the outdoor industry. I really am, because I'm all about celebrating body diversity in the outdoors. Yes, I am. All right, peeps, have a good night. And I will see you next time. Peace and love. And as always, I'll see you outdoors. I'll see you outdoors. Take care now. Be good to yourself.